Okay, I am going to be making tres leches, and I'm going by this recipe here, Betty Crocker. That's my first time, so bear with me. I am going to do the last direction. This is in four sections. I'm going to do number 4 in a large bowl, which is going to be this one. I'm going to do all the liquids first. So I am going to put in the condensed milk, sweetened condensed milk, like so. And I am going to need a spatula, so hold on a minute. Oh, we got a pretty spatula. We got a pretty red spatula, look at that. Okay, let's work. 1 can of condensed milk. Make sure I get all the goody yum yum out of there. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, and then next we are going to add whole milk, and I'm going to be using a cup of whole milk. We're going to measure out our milk in our trusty measuring cup. And there we go. We got 1 cup. And in place of my whipping cream, I'm going to use 3/4 cup milk. 3/4 cup milk. See? Like so. And we'll go ahead and pour that in there. And I'm going to add 1/4 whipping cream. Okay. I'm just going to dip this in here. 1/4 of whipping cream. It's okay if it's a little bit heapy happy right there. A little bit mountain there. Hill, whatever you want to call it. Put that in. Then next, we shall add the carnation milk. Put that in there. We shall add okay. I'm stirring it. And now I'm going to add condensed milk. 1 can of condensed milk. Or 1 can of carnation milk, I meant to say. And I'm just stirring this to try to get it blend all together. And then we're going to refrigerate it and let it get cold while the cake is baking. This is the tres leches. It's okay. Not a problem. It just breaks up the silence. And we need to fill the video with sound.
You're supposed to talk while you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but I run out of words sometimes. I'm trying to concentrate on breaking up these whipped cream pieces that are in here, because you want this to be
I would have mixed
no
the milk
lumps.
and the whipped cream first together. I would have mixed the milk and the whipped cream first.
Yeah, I should have done that. But this being my first time, I always learn. Well, I do anyway. Next time I'll pour all this stuff in here a little bit more differently. Like I'll do the whipped cream and
get you the whipping cream.
next time I'll use the whipping cream. Yeah, I'll do that. But if we have no whipping cream and I have to do this step again, I'll do the whipped cream first with the milk, stir that up, and then add the other ones. Because I can do it with a fork and whip it. Moving the clumps, the lumps, make it all liquidy. I could use a blender in here or a mixer, but I just want to just stir this together and not liquefy it too much. Get all these almost done. It's almost done. A few more little bubbles to pop. Okay, now I just, oh yeah, that tastes real good. You want to taste this? Oh, this tastes awesome. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna refrigerate this in the refrigerator and let it get cold, because then when the cake is done, then we're gonna pour this over the cake. This is the tres leches. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but that's the tres leches right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and refrigerate this. Okay, now on to the cake part. And the cake part is going to be in this bowl here. And the cake part in a large well-beat cake mix, water, oil, vanilla, eggs with electric beater, which I am going to use the electric beater. Now, let me go ahead and put this here. This camera is standing. This was supporting it. We're going to use, oh wow, okay. My camera went for a spin backwards. Okay, we're going to use a super moist. And this is butter pecan, because that's what I like. You can use white or yellow cake, it don't really matter, or whatever flavor you like. So, I'm going to go ahead and pour this in here, in the bowl, and mix it all up together. And I need to cut this open. I thought I was prepared with everything, and I guess I wasn't. Always gotta be missing something. Pour this in the pan. Now I'm going by this recipe and not this recipe. Okay. I'll tell you what the difference is in a minute. I've never made this before, but there is a difference between this recipe and this recipe. Okay? So, the difference is that I see is that this calls for 4 eggs, the box calls for 3 eggs, and the other difference is that the box calls for a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, where on this recipe here, Betty Crocker recipe, asks for how much? It asks for 1 tablespoon of oil, so that's a real big difference. And then this asks for 1 cup of water, but in reality, I am going to use 1 cup of milk, okay? So, here we go. I'm going to crack the 4 eggs in here. Okay, there were my 4 eggs. Let me wash my hands real quick. Okay, so we did that. Now we're gonna do the, we got the cake mix, the oil, the eggs, and now we're gonna do the oil. And I said 1 tablespoon. We have a half a tablespoon, so we're gonna fill this up twice. That'll be 1 tablespoon. Still better than a 1/2 cup of oil. And this is vegetable oil. 1, 2. It's 1 tablespoon vegetable oil. Okay. And now we're going to put vanilla, and that is 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I have 1 teaspoon, so I'm going to put a teaspoon of vanilla. 2 teaspoons. 1, 2. Okay. 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And the 1 cup of milk. Okay. 1 cup of milk. Here's my 1 cup of milk. And before I put the mixer in there, I'm going to do this so that the flour or the cake mix doesn't go all over the place. And like I said, I like butter pecan, so that's what I'm using, but you can use white cake mix or yellow cake mix, or whatever flavor you like.
Get closer to that.
Friday they came a little after 3:30. So I don't know if that makes a difference or not. Actually, all week. It's been a little after 3:30. Probably the bus is late, the school bus. And right now it's almost 3:30. They should be here soon. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and use the the mixer. I'm going to use that still. So this mixer only goes so the cord is, or the plug is on the other end. So. Dingies in your dingies, and there you go. Do it for about a half a minute. I like to make sure all the lumps are out of it. There's no lumps. The lump creates air pockets in your cake. I don't want it too liquidy either. Pretty good. My camera keeps going to sleep. It keeps going backwards. Now, I'm going to make 2 pans of cake. I guess these are like 8 by 8, I think. I'm not really sure what size these are. But that's how I'm going to pour it in. And once again, I need to prop the camera up with something. Because I need to use this. Okay. Okay, the oven is already at 350, so make sure your oven is at 350, and you're gonna bake it in the oven for the amount of time according to these directions here, your pan size. And I am using, they're not round, I'm using 2 medium-sized pan, and I don't see that here. So I'm going to go by a round one. So this is 2 8-inch round and 2 9-inch round. So I'm just going to average it out to about, let's say, 30 minutes in between both of these. So we're going to put the cake in for 30 minutes. And instead of putting butter on this or oil, I'm going to use vegetable oil cooking spray. I'm going to go ahead and spray this down. And spray this one down. And if you want to, you can sprinkle some flour in there if you like. I don't. And I'm going to put half of this mix in here and the other half in here. Okay, let me get my spatula. Half of the mixture in here, and this one. And half of it in here. And you fill them up to about almost half. This is gonna rise. So almost half. Or you can just use one regular pan and just make one. I'm choosing to do two because I'm doing two different one's gonna have whipped cream and the other one's not. Okay. Now, is my oven ready?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't look like much, but it's less than half, and the same with this one, less than half. So that way it's even on both of them. I'm gonna put it in the oven, like I said, since it's not really that deep, the mixture in here, I'm gonna go ahead and start at 20 minutes and keeping an eye on it, and then doing my test with the fork or the toothpick. Make sure it comes out clean. That's how you know that the cake is done. But because this is like less than half a pan, I'm gonna start at 20 minutes checking them after 20 minutes. Hello? Okay, I put my timer at 20 minutes. So when I hear it beeping, then I'll take it out and show you all what it looks like after it's cooked. And then we'll do the next step, which will be putting the tres leches over the cake. And I'm going to be adding pineapple and whipped cream. Where's my pineapple? I thought I had it out here. I think I left it in here.
Yeah, in the refrigerator.
Oh yeah, it's refrigerating. I want it nice and cold. That's why. All right, folks. I'll be back to put the final touches, the final steps. Okay. Okay, we're back. The cakes are done, and we're gonna poke holes in them, like you see down there. And we're gonna do that to both of the pans. And I already took out my 3 milks. I had them chilling in the refrigerator for a little bit until the cake was done. Poke holes like that. Same thing with the other one. Okay. Got plenty of holes. See? I've got a big one right there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pour the tres leches on top of the cake. And I'm going to use a ladle. I'm going to pour it all over the cake. And you're going to chill it in the refrigerator for 1 hour. I guess you can put as little or as much as you want of this milk. It soaks it up pretty quick. Now we're going to refrigerate it for an hour, and then you can put icing on top of it and then put whipped cream, but one's not going to have whipped cream and they're not having icing. One's going to have pineapple and whipped cream, and then this one's just going to have whipped cream. And I'll show you that part after an hour, because I got to put it in the refrigerator so it'll chill for an hour. So I'll see you then.